process video for you today for Spiegelmom scraps for our special month-long celebration we're doing that is called Take Me Back June. So we're doing layouts that have a 80s and 90s theme, and I'm showing you some of the products I'm going to use. I am using products from Spiegelmom scraps, a ton of letter stickers from my stash, and a couple 6x6 sheets of paper from Crepe Paper's Cool Boys Rule collection, which is an older collection from Crepe Paper, but has some really cool a really nice like 80s vibe to it. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to punch a bunch of circles, and you saw me pull out my texture boutique. I had a conversation with Lisa and Caitlin on Instagram, you know who you are, about the texture boutique and how they find it hard to use it on scrapbook pages. So I'm going to try to pull it out and use it on a couple scrapbook pages coming up here in the next week or so. So what I did was I punched a whole mess of black circles, and then I'm going to emboss them with this little embossing folder, which is just a polka dot embossing folder from Sizzix. So because these embossed circles are really stark black, like they're really black, I wanted to tone them down a little bit because the rest of my layout is going to be kind of like cement colored, or we're not going to have any like stark black elements. So what I did was I pulled this Shimmers Pasties, which is called the Cream Team, and it's translucent, but it's gonna dull the black, which I think really adds to this layout, dulling down the black. So it's still dark, it's still, you can still definitely tell it's a dark black, but it has that kind of like dulled, distressed look to it, and it really sets off well with the cream colors in the collection. Clean off my desk, put away that super quick, just did it with my finger, and now we can set them aside to dry and continue on. So now we're going to go ahead and we are going to create our layout using these 3 photos. These are photos of my youngest son with his fidget spinner, and to be perfectly honest, there's going to be another fidget spinner layout because I took so many adorable photos of him. On this day, we were outside and he was just playing with his fidget spinner, and I love the way the camera caught it. So probably gonna have another fidget spinner layout. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is I want to create a border down one side of my page, and I want it to be multicolored and super fun. So what I'm gonna do here is I am cutting, I think they're 1/4 inch. If I remember correctly, they're 1/4 inch strips. Off of all of these 6x6 paper patterns that I've chosen, and then I'm going to go ahead and ink them up with my vintage photo distress ink, and then we can create a border down the side of my layout. So there is no real method to this. I just inked up strips, put some adhesive on them, plopped them down. As Inky Quill says, it's just tape and plunk. Glue and plunk. That's what I did. So I didn't want any gaps between the strips, but if they got crooked, they got crooked. If they overlapped each other a little bit, that was totally fine too. Some of them end funny down at the bottom, and I didn't mind that at all. I totally left it go. So yeah, now I'm just going to trim up the edges here, and then we're going to get to work on the main part of what I want to do for this layout, my main thought process when I was putting this layout, or my ideas for this layout onto paper and everything else. So let's talk titles. I chose these photos based on what I wanted to title it. So my head is probably going to be in the way for most of this video, so for most of this part, so I'll probably edit out quite a bit of the end of it. But so my thought process was that I am going to use the title, "You Spin Me Right Round, Baby Right Round," like that song from the 80s, and then it was also in The Wedding Singer, which I loved, that movie with Adam Sandler, and that was in the 90s, so I thought it was just perfect. And so what I did was I went through all of my stickers and I picked one set of letters for each word of my title. So right now, all I'm doing is I am only lightly, ever so lightly putting the stickers on the page. So if I have to move words around, readjust letters, it's fine. I intentionally made sure that I picked letters that I knew weren't going to be like super sticky, and that once I put them down the page I could easily move them if I needed to. So chipboard thickers are a fabulous option for this type of a title. And then I got confused as to which letters I wanted to use and how my title was going to go. And my head's in most of this, so we'll just come back to the video after the title is down. So I am using my T-square roller here to add my journaling, and my title is in place. And I've also placed those black embossed circles at different spots around my layout where I have decided I'm going to go ahead and create some embellishment clusters. Adding my date stamp. Oh my word, I can't talk today. And now I'm going to work with these circles. So my plan for these circles is that each circle is going to be the base or part of an embellishment cluster. So I have been admiring lots of those cute little pre-made embellishment clusters that a lot of people are making and kind of setting aside to use in their layouts. I think it's a super cute idea. I don't know if it's for me or not, but I really like the look of them. I know Inky Quill did a video with a lot of them, and I've seen a lot of people make them, and I don't know if I want to pre-make them or not, but I wanted to kind of replicate that idea of having these like nice layered embellishment clustery pieces. So what I'm using to create these clusters is I am using the Mammoth Cork Stars from Spiegelmom Scraps. I am using some of the 6x6 cut apart sheets that are in that Boys Rule collection, and I'm cutting them apart and using them as tiny little parts of my embellishing. And then I am using the sequins. So I started using my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, and then I remembered, wait, I just got a bulk order of my absolute favorite Zots, the bling ones that are fabulous for sequins. And so that makes this part, putting the sequins down, so much quicker and easier to do. And so that's how I'm going to go ahead and embellish these sections with those black embossed circles. And it's a little hard to tell on the video, but you can definitely in real life, and I believe even in the photos that I took that will be up on Instagram, that even those you can tell that there's like that the black is dulled, like the cream team pasties, even though it was maybe a subtle look, it definitely really helped to kind of soften that black and give it the look that I was going for. And so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut off little words and phrases. The two sequin mixes I'm using are Blues Traveler and the Stargazer sequins. I love both of them. I actually have a whole bunch of brand new sequin packs here that are calling my name. I just have to find some good photos to use with them and some good 80s ideas. So we'll have those for you later on this month, probably in the next week. Maybe we'll do 2 layouts next week. We'll see. See how it goes, and where we need some Spiegelmom Scraps inspiration. Also, I forgot to mention that the shimmers are on sale. So today is Friday, and the shimmers are on sale at the Spiegelmom Scraps shop until tomorrow. And you can use the code SUMMER25, I believe. Check out my Instagram feed or the Spiegelmom Scraps Instagram feed for the actual code, but I believe it's SUMMER25, and you get 25% off your shimmers products. So that's a nice summer deal. I guess that's about it. I don't have a lot more to say about this layout, I suppose. I loved the fact that other than the Spiegelmom Scraps products, and of course all of those letters, which by the way, if you're interested in any of those fonts or need to know like what any of those stickers are, leave a comment below and let me know, because I know what they are kind of off the top of my head, but to try to label them all or to go through them all was just in this voiceover seemed a bit daunting to me, a daunting task that I didn't want to tackle. So if you're interested in knowing what any of those fonts or alphabet stickers are called or who they're by, just leave me a comment below and I'll get back to you pretty quick. I'm pretty good about responding to comments pretty quick. I used to be a lot quicker, but now that my kids are out of school and they take up a lot of my time, a lot more of my time, which I love, but still. I'm trying to keep them active and not in front of their laptops. So we've been spending lots and lots of time outside. So this layout is now complete. And that made no sense at all because I homeschool. But you know what I mean, like they're not doing schoolwork there. I have to keep them busy. So have a wonderful day and thanks for stopping by, and I will see you again soon. Bye.